11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They took it to 10. Hey.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Damian Williams, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Go!
Now Scarborough. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. They'll indeed go for it. Palmer. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Samson Abukum. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher.
Hey, orbit.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Darnold on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
A 44-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will make it 10-0 here in the 1st. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily The coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for Cleveland. 61 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Ready?
This is Scarborough. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Protein spill.
They run. This is Scarborough. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That backs them up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
53's the mic. 53's the mic.
On 3rd down, Palmer. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Pick me up. Here we go. Young lady. Young lady. I got him. That's me. Mike 22. Go. Here we go. Red 80.
Darnold now to throw. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And a loose football.
That's it, baby.
Result of the play, first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the counter, here's Gordon. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
This is Gordon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Gordon. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up third down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Open man is Sims. He's got it. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Check.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw, Darnold. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The tally there, minus 8 yards. Leads to 4th down as well. Our score, 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on that,
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
You ain't doing nothing today. What?
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
Let's go.
The full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Watch the run.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Bo Scarborough. An 80-yard touchdown. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point safely through. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They run it here with Gordon, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
22's coming, 22's coming, Mike. Hey, box truck. 22, Mike, 22. You.
They're going to go. It's Darnold. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Throw in deep for Galladay. The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 27. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll start things on 1st down with Bo Scarborough. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And he's got his man on the out route.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Now they try the right side here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Bo Scarborough with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Hey, Haywood!
On 1st down, it's Darnold. And the catch made by Hopkins. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Ready, break. 80 weapons.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Hey! Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They try again with Scarborough. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
You got it. Come on, set. 70, Indy. Hey, let go. 6-6, pull it high. Check right. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Palmer. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
On the double. Fair. Right here. Ready.
Now a handoff looking right. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From midfield now, here's Palmer. Flushed out right. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
Now they try the right side here. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. Recon 132 fighter. Hey, wahoo. Big rip.
On second down, Palmer. And this is going to be intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 4-yard line.
Darnold from the gun. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Bravo.
At the 23-yard line.
On first down, Darnold. He's going to float this one deep right side. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hello, lady.
Mark 22, Mark 22.
Hey, orbit. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Yeah. You don't want none. Mike 22.
Red 80.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Here we go, D.
Back to the air, Darnold on second down. Got Gordon open, completes it. There goes Melvin Gordon. Touchdown, Giants. Melvin Gordon, 77 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ready? 30 base. Check 53. Greystone, travel.
You better break. Let me know right now. You better.
Look at me. Zipper. And go.
53. Mike.
Shoot.
It's Scarborough again. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going.
Hey, I 7.
Number 53. Mike 53.
To throw on third down, Palmer.
What you got, baby? Give me some.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's Ryan Quigley now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey.
5. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. The Giants on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. To throw is Darnold. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Gordon.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Giants on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9.
Like 22. Hey, dude.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll find Galladay, that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Ringo. Hey, let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, lady.
Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs, needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far. Big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game. Exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said. It actually comes true. It's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They'll start off with a give to Scarborough. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Palmer now. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now a handoff looking right, and this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
But they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they were. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Lady. tight. You got tight right there.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Ready?
Hey, Delta.
To try again after the sack. Darnold. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Darnold now to throw. He'll get this one to Galladay. He's got daylight, the 30. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Kenny Galladay. 94 yards. And the Giants are going to jump back in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Palmer. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jamie Collins in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Palmer to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
X3, 218, chop. Hey, Haywood. Now.
They'll try and throw for him with Palmer. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did.
It's a turnover on downs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Gordon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
22. Come on.
Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, Pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Giants, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Time flies, has